Hi, it's Aaron here, and I just wanted to put together a video to show you exactly what your journey with us is going to look like from survey all the way to the end. So let's get into it. I'll just move me down here out the way. So first of all, obviously, we need to come out. Well, you would have booked something by now, a survey, an appointment by video or by an appointment at the house. Appointment at the house is always better, but we can do it on Zoom if you really need to. So I'll come out, obviously, and I'll do. I or someone else will come out. One of us will come out and do the survey, and then on the survey, we'll just do yourself a favour at this point. Try not to go through all the brochures because it is not very helpful sometimes. That the stacks of brochures, you've spent loads of time looking around. I mean, if you know your stuff about plumbing and bathrooms, obviously, and you know what you can and can't have because you've got the knowledge, feel free. But if you're not sure and you're just looking at lots of stuff in catalogues and oh, you know, it's overwhelming because it is overwhelming. Try to resist. Let us take care of all this because on the survey we're not that interested in the products, for instance. Now that might sound a bit bizarre, but what we're interested in when we come out is getting the right dimensions, seeing what is possible in that room. Where are your windows, where are your doors, where's your plumbing? Because that's going to dictate everything. Doesn't matter what you like the look of and what you've seen in brochures. If it isn't possible, it isn't possible. So that's why you need the expert to come out to come and have a look and then whittle it down to choices for you to then say this is what you can and can't have. And then you can go from there. And then you've got clarity on what you're doing, and you've got time that you can focus instead of just trawling through millions of brochures and whatnot and wasting a lot of time. So that's survey. So on the survey, we're after two things. We're doing measurements, layout, and just color schemes and specification. Get an idea of your specification. Doesn't need to be exact because that's enough information from then to go away and do a quote. So what we'll then do is we'll put all this information on this is an example here of just a little basic 2D plan that we do. So we draw the room out. I mean, this one's quite a small room, quite cramped actually, for what the customer wanted on the survey. So we'll see where this one goes. But this is where we are at the moment. So we make all the comments around it, what work's involved, all the rest of it. This is the framework for us to do a price from. Now, when we've done that level of information, we're just at a point then where we will put everything in the quote for you. So we'll put, based on what you've told us at the survey, the type of bath you want, the toilet, all the bits and bells and whistles is all put in there, but it's our suggestions to start with. That gives you an accurate price of this is roughly what I'm looking at. Obviously, it will change when you do your final design slightly, up or down maybe, but shouldn't move massively unless you change your mind massively compared to what you told us at the time of the survey. So following on from that, we'll send you that 2D plan with a quote, and we'll do a little video like this again just to say this is where we're up to. We'll explain everything and we'll make it as clear as possible. And on that email that you get, there will be an option to book a design session straight from that email. If you go, oh, that looks good, and it's all, yeah, I'm happy and I want to get my design session done, I want to move on with it. There will be a link on the email. Just click on book your design session and we can go from there. It will be very, very quick and efficient if we just use that link that's in the email. So once we've got to the design session, which is in here where I am now, and we'll then look at everything, so we'll just review everything. But if there's stuff you want to tell us before you come in, it is useful. It's better if you tell us before you come in. If you've got suggestions or things you really don't like or things you wanted to add or take away, always communicate that before you come in, because when you get into the design session, it can take an awful long time if we start having lots of indecisiveness and not knowing. And don't get me wrong, we don't expect you to think of everything before you come in, but just anything that you can tell us is always useful. Just helps us, gives us time to think about it as well. So we can think, so we know what to expect when you come in, and it can flow a lot easier. We've both had time to think about the problem, if there is one. And, once you're in here, it's as efficient as possible. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we'll sit there, pick our brains for a while on what to do about something. That's completely normal. That's the whole point of the appointment. So don't worry about that. And then in the appointment, we'll obviously build it in the 3D virtual world. And if you want to, we can push you forward into the 4D, which I'll show you now, actually. So the 4D is virtual reality. So we have our virtual worlds consultation room, where you'll see we have a headset here. So I'll take this headset off, actually. I'll just show you very quickly. So what we'll do is we will build the room in the 4D, and then you put this headset on like this. This goes over your eyes like so, and then you will be immersed in a 4D environment, which will be your new bathroom, and whoever's with you can sit and watch it on the screen. So this is where you'd be sat. One of you would be stood on the floor there with the headset on, and you can have a look around the bathroom. You can get a real good feel for the shape and size and the space. If you're not sure what size bath to have or what size shower tray to have or whatnot, you're a bit worried about space. Perfect. This will really help you make those decisions. So, but you don't have to do that. Some people don't want to do the 4D. They're happy to see the 3D images. We have plenty of tile samples in here as well. So you would then, have a look around the showroom, which I'll show you very briefly. It's more of a studio than a showroom. So we've got plenty of, displays on, so showing all the different products, whatnot, different things we have on offer. So you can have a good look around. Tiles, samples, there's floor samples. There's another area out the back there, which I won't take you there now. But just to show you that we've got plenty of stuff here. So the design session is very interactive, very involved. We're moving between the rooms. We're brainstorming ideas, and it's not unusual for people to come in with one design and walk out with a completely different one, because once you get in here, it can be an immersive experience, and it's really good because then you'll know what you really want, and that's a good thing. So if that goes well and you're happy with that, then we'll book you for your installation. So what we'll do after the appointment is we will send you a link with an email, and in that email you'll get a link, and you click on it and you open this up. This is your own online portal now. So in here we will upload the final. So there's a few bits in here. It's just like an introduction, really. Timescales. This will explain, the project in a bit more detail. This is the recap now. Just before you press the button and you confirm everything, this is just a recap on where we're up to, and just a chance for you just to double check everything over. So we got a tab here on timescales, product brochures. If you want to just have a quick flick through the brochures, make sure you're 100%, you can do that. We'll then upload your 2D plan into here. This will be visual. This will be on this page. So your 2D plan will be there, which will obviously be that, but we'll take that and put it onto this page. Your final quotation will be on here as well, so everything will be there for you to check. We'll then put the numbers, your costings and whatnot in this page here. Your 3D images will be then uploaded into here as well, so you can just make sure you're happy with all that. And then really, once you've checked it all and you're happy, it's confirmation and signature. You come to the confirmation and signature page. There'll be a box here to sign. Obviously, this isn't a live proposal, so on yours there'll be a box where it just says click here to e-sign, and we're pretty much done at that point. You then sign this. We then will arrange your deposit payment for the project, and that will then come back to one of us in here to then book you in for your installation. So that's the process from start to finish in regards to survey to installation. Starting, once the installation starts, the dates are always an estimate, really, because obviously there's a lot that can happen at the moment with COVID and Brexit and delays on products and whatnot. So, and people cancelling. So sometimes our leading time might be 10 weeks, but you might get a phone call next week saying, do you want to start? So, anything can happen, really. But generally, you're looking between 6 to 10 weeks from the point of the design session to get your job started as a general rule. Once the job starts, I'll introduce you to our on-site surveyor, supervisor, who will check in on you throughout the job and make sure that at the end of the job signed off properly, or I'll come and do that. It's usually one of us. So, the job will be monitored all the way through. We use a lot of technology as well. So when we say project management, a lot of it's done digitally. So the installation teams have to send us images every night of the jobs, and that's how we know what's going on. And we keep track of progress that way. Any issues, it's all done digitally now. So, we do visit, but it's generally just when we need to. And, we do a check-in visit once or twice throughout the job. And at the end, myself or your designated supervisor will come out, do a sign off, make sure you're all happy. If there's anything that needs sorting or any little tweaks or snags are out, we'll just get it sorted then. And that's it. We sign you off, and then you pay your final balance payment. So, yeah, I hope that's been useful. I hope it explains everything from start to finish and gives you some level of confidence on what we're going to do for you, hopefully. All right. So take care. Speak to you soon.